Okay, so today, guys, we are going to be covering and reviewing the latest developments in the commodities markets and analysing the week's performance. So we're going to look during this live session, end of week summary for gold, silver, oil and commodity currencies. Okay, so we're just going to actually take a look at the gold market at the moment, have a look at the current price. Yeah, we're currently, actually, let's just go on to that. We're currently trading at this point 16.90, so $1,690 per ounce, and that's a decent move that we put in since the start of the year. Actually, 16.91 thereabouts now. But yeah, we started off the year around the 16.40, 16.50. So gold's already putting on a decent move in January, which we discussed in earlier webinars that January is typically a month where a lot of new money comes into the market. Sort of hedge funds, a lot of banks will position themselves into fresh positions, bearing in mind that gold has gone up the last 12 years in a row. Okay, so a little bit about myself and Nick at the Gold and Silver Club. So for those of you who are new, just a quick bit of background for ourselves. So I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialise in teaching people how to make money from trading the biggest financial markets in the world, so Forex, gold, silver and oil. I've trained hundreds of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio. I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars and workshops. Okay, so and this is Nik Kalsi. And Nik is a professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. He's a co-founder of the Gold and Silver Club. Nik began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. Prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, he spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks. And it's through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders that he's discovered the formula, mindset and tools that give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. He also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. This is just another interview that we've done recently with Dukascopy Swiss TV, and just a few excerpts of some press that we've been in recently, some publications. Okay, fantastic. So that's a little bit about us, guys. So we're going to be going on to live charts very shortly. Before that, we just go through the top trades of the week. Okay, so we're just looking at the price at the moment. So the gold price right now, we're at 16.91 an ounce. So we're almost at the weekly high just at the moment as we are coming towards the end of the week. So how have we traded this week? Well, essentially yesterday we had a really nice move on gold. We actually caught a very nice pullback yesterday. We had all the setup conditions were correct for us to enter at 16.70. You can see there where we've actually entered the trade, the red line on the screen, and we've come out just at that price action level there, 16.91, and we've taken a nice clean 210 pips just for a day trade there. So it's risk. We've got a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio on that, so 50 pip risk on the trade and 210 pip reward, so $500 risk and $2,100 profit, trading at one lot. And yeah, for a nice 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. A lot of our Gold and Silver Club traders profited massively of that move as well yesterday. I'll show you some examples of that very shortly. This is a move that we caught earlier on in the week. Pound dollar's actually it's been trading to the downside, but it's been moving sideways. And what you're tending to see all week is that pound dollar has gone sideways and then it's taken a leg down. It's moved sideways, it's taken a leg down, and there's been lots of opportunities to trade both ways. It's been following price action very well. So we've here's one of our positions this week. We've actually taken several positions, nice profitable positions on pound dollar for day trades. But this is just one of the positions that we took on the 15th, and this was just entering in at 1.6036 price action level, getting out 1.6095. You can see there where the price is actually where we've entered, where we've had a very clear bounce off that that price action 16036, and we've come all the way up and we've taken profit at our profit target there, which was a Fibonacci level you can see. So risk there of 16 pips, so very simply at one lot, $160 for a profit of 59 pips, or $590 at 4-to-1 risk to reward, trading at one lot. And moving on to this is USD Canadian Dollar. So USD Canadian Dollar has been following as well price action very nicely this week. So we had several trades. This was one of our trades that we did just yesterday, selling short of 0.9883, and you can see that we've just come down at that, come down to a level of support where we've just taken clean profit there again. Just for a quick day trade, so 13 pip risk, $130 at one lot for a 40 pip profit, so $400 profit at one lot for a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And also Australian US dollar, which this was a trade from yesterday, came down and tested a key level of support, key price action level 1.0494. Everything else, all our indicators lined up for a long, and you can see there nice tight risk to reward on that as well. 14 pip risk, one lot at one lot, $140 risk for a 49 point profit, so $490 there, just at one lot for a 3-to-1 risk to reward. So that's an example of some of our top trades of the week. Actually, we entered into, we had an Australian New Zealand dollar trade yesterday, which I was going to add on. I can actually show you that on the presentation very shortly, where that's another top trade of the week that we just caught. That's 75 odd points on that just overnight. So that's another one which I'll show you very shortly as we move on to the live trading room. Okay, so those are some of the top trades of the week, and yeah, I don't know if you can see that okay, but yeah, this is really Nick and myself congratulating our Gold and Silver Club traders who profited from the trades of the week, really the gold trade yesterday using our signature trading strategies. Some remarkable percentage gains actually. Yesterday, you can just see that on the screen. A couple of our traders keeping their risk management in check, but they just had one after the other successful trades, all trigger yesterday and all profit. So two of our traders in particular were up over 20% yesterday on their portfolios, just on the big moves that we had, trading both gold, Australian US dollar, New Zealand US dollar, and sorry, Australian US dollar, USD CAD, and gold. So some big moves, and also pound dollar. So I don't know if you can see that on the screen there, but yeah, we had some yeah, a lot of profit, a lot of profits taken yesterday. Okay, so what I'll do now, I will move on to our live market analysis. Okay, guys. So just going to switch across to my other screen, so just bear with me 1 second whilst I do this. And first of all, we will take a look at gold. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's the chart for gold at the moment. So you can see where we've actually come back up and retested that 1691 price action level. We're actually the last time we tested that was right at the beginning of January. We've exceeded that. We've got just shy. You can see that was 1700 yesterday, so we got up to 1697. So we can see we're getting some resistance there. $1,691 an ounce, providing some resistance. So this is obviously going to get resolved very soon either way. So you've got a bit of a fight on at the moment between the bull and the bears. So we would expect this is going to be resolved some point today. So either we're going to get a sell-off and we come back and start to retest these lower fib levels, or we're going to get a breakout to the upside, in which case we'll be back up to revisiting above the 1700s. So this does look like it's going to get resolved either way today. You can see here where we had the pullback yesterday, we actually this is where we come back to the 1670 level. We had all the setup conditions which were correct to be entering long, and we caught a lovely trade just to the upside, getting out at 1691 price action level there. So at the moment, gold is just moving around this. It's just retesting the 1691. So we do expect this scenario to be resolved very soon. If we, just looking actually on the daily time frame there, you can actually see this is gold and the sort of channel that we've been in with gold over the last pretty much since September, the end of September, beginning of October. So we are still in a downward channel with gold, and we would be looking, if you look on the, let's have a look. So we could enter some resistance. We really need to break out of this channel around about the 17. If we do break up now, we could get into some resistance around the 1710 sort of level. Obviously, if we do manage to break out from this particular level, we could see quite a big move to the upside if we manage to break out, or we could very simply see the gold price capped and for us only to come back down again and test the lower levels. So very interested to see that. But there is a little bit of potential move to the upside now, certainly back into the early 1700s if we do get a breakout. Moving on to let's just go on to gold, silver. Sorry. So silver is actually again, silver's similar situation to gold at the moment. We're coming up and we're just starting to poke our head above this 3.76 fib level there, and you can see some profit taking occurred yesterday at this level. It's just putting it into 4-hour time frames, and we're now consolidating around 31.76. We're slowly edging up, but we've got we've got a couple of doji candlesticks there where the price opens and closes at the same price. So there's indecision. There's definitely a fight between the bulls and the bears at the moment. So this situation on silver as well is going to be resolved fairly soon. So whether it's going to be resolved with a move to the downside or a breakout to the upside is what we'll be very interested in now. Obviously, potential moves to the upside. We would be looking to get back up into this $32, $33 an ounce region, which we tested towards the beginning of December. We were around about that sort of level. So if we can break out of around about 31, 32, there's not too much resistance until we get back up to the 33 level. Then we're going to encounter the next level of resistance there, or we could just see a reversal and we could come back all the way down and test again these levels of support around 30.50. Silver is very volatile, much more so than gold. So really you could expect to move in either direction. We would expect a fairly significant move. If we cast our eye to pound dollar, you can see here where we've actually had a slow sort of breakdown in price, but we've had a lot of sideways movements. This is where we've been able to catch a number of sideways trades, very quick sort of day trades on pound dollar as it's just moved sideways, come up, and it's come out at 1.60101, and then we come down, test the level of support, re-entered. You want everything to line up for your strategy before entering these particular positions, but yeah, this just gives you a little bit of an example. So we tended to move sideways on pound dollar, and then we've had just a move down, and then we've gone sideways again, and then we've had another drop down, okay, and then we've gone sideways, and then today we're starting to get a little bit of support around this level. You can see there we've just put in several 1, 2, 3 on a 30-minute time frame, 3 sort of hammer candlesticks. Now you're seeing a little bit of buying coming into the market, so we may be able to reverse and just put in a little bit of a bounce back, but at the moment pound dollar is still in a downtrend. If you look at the key moving averages, and you also have a look at the channel that we're currently in. Okay, so we're going to turn our eye to, actually let me just show you that trade I was discussing with Australian New Zealand dollar. So this is a trade that we were in just yesterday. You can see the level of support we've had pretty much all, well, throughout most of January at 1.2516. We've bounce, come down, read it, haven't broken through it. It's held pretty well. You know, you fairly it's good risk to reward ratio on this trade, and yeah, unexpectedly had a nice spike overnight there. So you can see here where we've taken a number of points. We had our profit target actually set on this particular trade, so that was nice to wake up to this morning. So we came out of that trade at circa around 80 points or so profit, but you can see where the price is now coming back down to retest some other key price action levels. That Australian New Zealand dollar, but you can see very clearly how well that is following our price action levels there. Okay, so let's just move on to the commodity currencies here. So if we go on to USD Canadian Dollar, USD Canadian Dollar, again, it's been fairly range bound just since the end of December. You can see there where we've just literally been moving sideways each time we've come down and we've tested this. We haven't really broken it majorly. This whole area here is offering fairly a level of fairly strong support, and we're now coming up to retest some the highs of January possibly. But yeah, we've taken some nice moves on USD CAD. Again, USD Canadian Dollar is a commodity currency, in that you will find typically that USD Canadian Dollar, one, it tends to follow oil fairly closely, and two, typically it tends to, I'd say, I wouldn't put a percentage on it, but it is heavily correlated to gold and silver inversely. Okay, now let's have a look at Australian US dollar, because Australian US dollar is looking very interesting this morning. So you'll see Australian US dollar, that's interesting. We are actually now starting to get a bounce off this 1.0492 level. You can see that we're putting in a hammer at the moment on Australian US dollar. Can you see that? We actually had a nice trade on that just a couple of days ago, where we came down, retested 1.04920. We've come down again just this morning. We are putting in a bit of a hammer. You can see there. So we're bouncing off. Yeah, we're starting to reverse a little bit. Australian US dollar, again, is heavily correlated to gold and silver, so we have had a little bit of a pullback. Whether that's a bit overextended now, we may see, we'll see whether we're going to get a rally back to these levels of resistance just up here. We seem to be fairly range bound and channeling at the moment on Australian US dollar, or whether we are going to get a breakdown in price and we come down and retest. If we do break down beyond about 1.04780, we could certainly have quite a big drop on Australian US dollar, so something to watch out for. But certainly at the moment it's looking very interesting. You can see on the 4-hour time frame we're putting in a doji, which is representing markets it's being supported at the level at the moment, but there is still a little bit of a fight on with the buyers and sellers, but it's a potential reversal off that fib level. Okay, so we're going to look at New Zealand US dollar. Yeah, New Zealand US dollar doing very similar movements to Australian US dollar this morning. Here we go. So you can see where we've got a level of support here, just around 0.83443. We've come down yesterday. So look on the same sort of move that we had with gold and silver to the downside. However, they haven't recovered. This Australian USD hasn't recovered the same way gold and silver have, but you can see there's some potential for certainly this market is going to get resolved soon at this level of support. We are putting in some a doji on this market as well, so we could be due a reversal. So one to watch as well, New Zealand US dollar. Okay, so we'll just have a quick, I know last time quite a few people were asking about Euro USD. So Euro USD at the moment struggling to break through 1.34043. You can see where we came up, we attempted to break through at that level, didn't manage it. It's kind of sold off to the tune of about 150 points. We came up and we tested just shy of that level again yesterday on Euro US dollar. And you can see here we were just, there's been some obvious profit taking again there. What you'll tend to find is in a market like Euro US dollar, those who didn't take profit the first time round when the price came up to 1.3404, when the price is coming back down against them, they're very keen for the price to get back up there, wishing they'd taken profit, on the 11th of January. So when the price has finally come back up to near enough 1.340, those traders are taking a sigh of relief and they are taking their profits. So we've seen another sort of a double top there, although it's not enough of a pullback from there to get absolute confirmation of that, but certainly just on just taking a short-term trade, you could catch 50-60 points on that. Let me just move back to, let's have a look, just go back to gold quickly, guys, and we'll check if there's been any questions at all. Okay, so bear with me whilst I just see if there's any questions coming up at all. Okay, I think whilst we're on the live charts here, I can't have access to all the chat functions. So what we'll do is when we go back to the main presentation, any questions that have come up, we will cover. So just to finish off, really, we've done some in terms of the live market analysis. We've had a look at gold, we've had a look at silver. We've noted, just with regard to gold, the possible where we could be capped on gold to the upside at the moment. We've had a nice move on gold from pretty much the beginning of January when we started off. The same situation happened last year. I think we discussed this on the FX Street webinars. For those of you who were on just a couple of weeks ago, what you tend to get is during December you do get a lot of profit taking from various funds, from institutions, where they're getting out of their gold positions. So you do tend to see weakness moving into the month of December, and then January tends to be a bullish month. You see a lot of new money coming into the markets, and you see a lot of fresh buying. At the moment, we're about 500 points up from the prices at just the beginning of January. And if you look back to last year, the market actually moved over 2,000 points from the beginning of January to the end of February, just based on a lot of new buying coming into the market as well, and for some other reasons as well. But that is quite an important factor. So do watch that channel at the moment if you're in long positions in gold. Obviously, we can't give any advice on these webinars, but that's just something to watch out for, that we could be capped on the upside with gold. So don't get too carried away, or obviously manage your risk appropriately. But we have had a really nice move yesterday, so well done if you profited from that. So for those of you who want to learn more, in terms of learning more strategies and how to trade, you can go to our website by application only, www.thegoldandsilverclub.com/course form. So how to do that? Very simply, you go to our website, there's a Learn to Trade tab at the top there, and if you fill in the application there, to join the Gold and Silver Club Trader Coaching Program, have a consultation call. You can certainly do that just via the website. You can also call us if you've got any questions at either our UK or Asia office. So if you do want to contact us at our Asia office, you can call us on 852-8191-0403. If you want to contact our UK office, that's 0207-193-0403. Or of course you can email us at office@thegoldandsilverclub.com.